Hi everyone, my name is Zaidat. I'm the co-founder of Galaxy Therapeutics and Neurointerventionalist. I have been doing neurointervention for the last 20 plus years, and I had the privilege to work with many smart people and excellent innovators throughout my career. Today, I'm going to share with you my experience in founding a company and taking a device from concept to the device on the market, to the device and the patient. So with that journey, I want to tell you a few ideas that can help you take your concept or take your idea from the napkins to the bedside. So many of us, practice on a daily basis, and idea may come to you from your unmet need, from your frustration in the angio suite. So you would think of a given idea that will satisfy the patient need and your technical needs to make the procedure easy and to make it more effective and more durable. So an idea comes to your mind. So the first thing you want to do when an idea comes to your mind and you identify it, so we talked about the first step, identifying the idea. The second step, what to do with it. So in this slide, there is an example. In an aneurysm patient, we have coiling, which takes time, takes effort, and takes multiple coils, and it may come back a year later, or a flow diverter. So you put a stent to cover an aneurysm, but then you need to give the patient aspirin and Plavix, and then you may have to come again and put a second one inside it. Most recently, we have the WIB, which has its own shortcoming as well. So you want to try to address this problem in either device, either by coating the stent or by having a more effective treatment or simpler treatment. So what do you do? In this case scenario, we thought inspired by the nature. We looked at the jellyfish. They look like something that can fit an aneurysm and can cover it and prevent the blood from getting inside the aneurysm. So the jellyfish was the inspiration for us in Galaxy Therapeutic to develop the seal device. For you, now you have the idea. Now you sit with a friend. You need to establish a friend that you can trust, that you are confident that they can guide you like advisor. And you can sit together and hash the idea. They can be your partner, your advisor, or your co-founder. It depends on you. You would like to go solo, or you want people to join you on this journey. So then you try to sketch the idea. So you want to try to draw it. Sometimes I even sign it and date it. So sign your idea, draw it as good with detail as possible, hash it, brainstorm it, finalize your own hand drawing. Then you want to try to put a patent on it. So you have to find a legal, team that can help you. In the Galaxy example, in the Seal example, I found, friends, physician, co-founder. We talked among each other, we hashed it, we met, we brainstormed, and then we draw what we think is the next device for intrasaccular aneurysm therapy. Then after that, after we found it, we have to come up with budget. So we needed a business consultant to do a business performer for us. We need an IP attorney, either paralegal or attorney, famous, not famous. So now you take it to the next level. You want to structure it. You want to form the company. You want to take your idea to the next level. If you think it's a winning idea, make sure early on you survey people. Make sure early on you talk to people. But as soon as you make the decision, you want to start. And you start by business performer and trying to come up with a good idea to really go and spend money on it. So how do you spend money on it? You can get money from the co-founder that you can down the line, raise subsequent money from investor. Advisor and employee, they will share the equity with you, but not necessarily be the one that's gonna fund your company. And then you have to establish a cap table and put a valuation. The advice, if you start with an idea, you just find an attorney and you filed a patent, not to really go very expensive with your estimate of the valuation cap. What's a valuation cap? It's an estimate of how much in this early stage you think your company worth. And it depends on what other companies worth. It depends what the value of it, and it depends on how difficult to make the device or how easy to make the device. And finally, it depends on how easy to approve the device into the FDA market. again, if you look at this, you may start very optimistic after you drew the picture, after you file the patent, is how much you're gonna lose over time versus how much you're gonna win. In this graph, you may start with 100% ownership, but to get your idea to the market, you're gonna give up some of that ownership over time, as you can see in this slide. It will cost money, so be careful what you're embarking on. Then you need to create something we call slide pitch or investor pitch or slide deck. And you need to follow the 10-20-30 rules. What is the 10, 20, and 30 rule? 10 slide over 20 minutes and 30 font. So this way, people really can focus on you and what you're trying to tell them. And at this time, you convey the message and the value of your company. And those 10 slides is outlined in many illustration out there, but you want to try to bring what's your idea look like, what's the unmet need, and why it's important, and how you're going to market it, and how you're going to get it to the market. All those in the 10 slide. So early on, you may go to fund yourself from your co-founders, or yourself, or angel investor, or friends and family, and strategics. Strategic may like the idea, maybe it's totally unique, innovative, very, very hard early on to find someone to fund you outside your close circle who knows you and trusts you. Down the line, as you make more milestone, you can probably get more funding down the line. So, in our, idea, find someone that you really know, find some business people that you really know to help you. So try to get a lot of free resources to take you. Now let's summarize. Now you have this picture here in front of you, which is the next stage. So before I lead to this picture in front of you about the early engineer we used to prototype, so let's recap. You have your idea, you did your hand drawing, you did your patent, you tried to find early money, you tried to create a business plan, you tried to create a slide deck that explain the idea and raise money. Now you need someone to create the prototype for you. Now you need to find engineers. How do you find engineers? Again, from friends, from other engineers you worked on in the past. Sometimes you may have to go to LinkedIn and find a freelancer, or you may have to advertise it, somebody with neurovascular experience that can create a prototype with you. So again, you want part-time people only early on. You don't want a full-time. You don't have the budget to do a full-time. Then from one person to another, you grow your team. In this picture and this example from almost 8 years ago in Galaxy, this is some of my co-founder with our early part-time engineer that helps us to create and test the first prototype for the Seal intrasaccular device. Again, finding an engineer and finding them is the key. The minute you find them, the minute you create your prototype, you get so excited. Now make sure you take lots of videos, lots of pictures, and then take it to the investor to the next level. This is a summary of the stages, and I'm gonna wrap up for your idea, how you take it to the market. And this will be the last slide of the journey you're gonna embark on when you have a new concept. Patent it, make the prototype with an engineer, take it to early visibility animal study, to standard GLP animal study, freeze the design, test it on the bench, test it in a human, get it to the market. Throughout those steps, you're gonna suffer with one thing, raising money. Thank you, guys.